Ever been glued to a game, heart pounding as the clock ticks down?
Yeah. Can't say I haven't.
Now imagine being the one who set the odds, the one predicting those nail-biting finishes. That's the life of a bookie. And today, we're diving deep into their world. Got this RoleCatcher career guide ready to break it all down.
It's not as simple as picking winners, though, right?
Definitely not.
It's a whole blend of sports smarts, hardcore math, like serious risk management. To be a bookmaker, you got to set the odds and make sure they're profitable no matter who wins. It's a real balancing act.
So, outsmarting everyone else to come out on top. This guide mentions their day-to-day is non-stop.
Oh, absolutely. It's a whirlwind. Forget just watching games. Think crunching numbers, analyzing player stats, glued to sports news.
Because even a tiny detail changes everything.
Oh, for sure. A sudden weather shift, last-minute injury throws off those carefully calculated odds. Everything's connected.
Like chess masters, but with touchdowns and three-pointers.
Exactly. They call it handicapping, factoring in historical data, player form, even the home team advantage.
Intense. The guide mentioned crazy hours too, right? Evenings, weekends, the works.
Yeah, when the games are on, bookies are on in. It's not your average 9 to 5. But for those who thrive under pressure, love the world of sports, it can be insanely exciting and rewarding.
Love for the game,
Yeah.
head for numbers, and handling the heat. Speaking of, let's talk those high-pressure moments.
Yeah.
What goes through a bookie's mind when the stakes are through the roof? Picture this. Championship on the line, final seconds ticking away, underdogs making a run, and bets are flooding in. What's going through a bookie's mind in that chaos?
Honestly, it's about keeping your cool, trusting the numbers.
We're not panicking.
A good bookie plans for upsets, those unexpected turns. They're not rooting for one side. They're looking at the big picture, making sure the odds work for them regardless of who wins.
So they've got to be detached,
Yeah.
not like a regular fan.
Exactly. That's what separates the pros, right? They can't let emotions cloud their judgment. They've done the analysis, assessed the risk. Now it's letting the game play out, trusting the process.
Serious discipline. This RoleCatcher guide, it actually mentions customer interaction's a big deal too. Didn't think of that.
Oh, it's huge.
Explaining the odds, handling disputes, even giving advice to bettors.
Right. It's all connected. Building those relationships, understanding what motivates clients, managing their expectations, that's all part of a bookie's success. They're not just like math whizzes. They're psychologists, customer service, all rolled into one.
That's a whole skill set. Wow. This guide also talks career paths, starting small all the way up to head bookmaker. What's that growth look like?
So you might begin as a clerk, taking bets, learning the ropes, then gain some experience, prove you get the numbers, you move up, maybe junior bookmaker, start developing your own odds, managing a few clients.
Climbing that ladder. And to reach the top, head bookmaker, this guide says you need serious expertise, right? Like a specific sport or betting market.
Yeah, exactly. As you progress, you might specialize. Could be horse racing, football, whatever your strength is, or become the expert in a particular type of bet, like live betting, futures markets, that sort of thing. More responsibility as you climb, managing other bookmakers, even setting the whole strategy for a sports book.
Sounds like the learning never stops. Especially now, with tech changing so fast. AI analyzing data like crazy.
Oh, it's a game changer, for sure. AI can handle massive data, way more than we can. Historical results, player performance, even like weather patterns. To spot those trends, predict outcomes, it's incredible.
So instead of just gut feeling and experience.
Yeah, you've got these algorithms backing you up.
But does that mean bookies are obsolete? Replaced by robots?
I wouldn't go that far. AI crunches numbers, sure, but you still need humans to interpret that data, to get the nuances of the sport, make those judgment calls. You can't just program. It's more like AI becomes a tool, helps refine strategies, spot new opportunities, stay ahead in a field that's constantly changing.
So it's human intuition plus, like, this cutting-edge tech working together. And speaking of getting ahead, that's where RoleCatcher comes in.
Right.
For someone who wants to actually do this for a living.
100%. That's what I like about them. It's not just job listings.
Right.
It's more like you've got a guide, right? Navigating this whole world. Exciting, sure, but kind of intimidating too, being a bookie.
So how does it work? What's RoleCatcher actually offer?
Okay, so remember those skills we talked about? They break it down.
Yeah.
Analyze what employers want, specific markets, certain software, whatever it is.
So you can tailor your resume, stand out.
Exactly. Plus, they've got these mock interviews, like real-life practice. Get feedback, work on how you present, walk into that interview feeling good.
Which in this field
Yeah,
got to be
it's good.
crucial, right? It's one thing to have the knowledge, but you got to sell it.
Totally. That's what RoleCatcher gets. It's like, how do you present yourself best? They're like your career coach almost every step
Yeah.
of the way.
This whole deep dive's been eye-opening, seriously. We went from, like, inside the mind of a bookie
Mm.
to AI changing the game, even the tools to help you get started.
It's a wild world, that's for sure. Always changing, big challenges, but the rewards match.
Absolutely. And on that note, got to ask one last thought as we wrap up. If data's everything, algorithms getting smarter, where does that leave human instinct, that gut feeling some bookies rely on? Something to think about as you explore this career, because it's not slowing down anytime soon.